And today is going to be the very first live stream. And today's going to be the very first live stream from Hulk Gaming. And I hope it works out well. If not, just you guys let me know. I'll try to tweak it, see what we can do to get it working better. I know right now, on my end, it shows that the game cam is a little blurry, so I'm going to go ahead and take it down and see if that helps the stream any better. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'll give it a few moments. Let's see if anybody pops in. For those of you that are watching this on playback, this is going to be a Project 60. We do have a few ground rules, which I'll go back over once people start popping in. And we do have one person apparently just popped in. Be sure to say hello, so I know who is watching. And again, this is going to be a Project 60. We do have a few rules we'll be going by. No heirlooms will be getting used at all. No XP potions. No mounts before level 40. No panda. No Pandarian at all. No monk. No DK. No demon hunter. And absolutely no carries. No getting a high level friend to carry you for a dungeon. None of that. And we will also not be having looking for raid or looking for group. Now, if you want to get into a dungeon, then you would go to town and you would advertise in town. You know, what great group you're wanting to get into, what raid you're wanting to get into, and you would run to that location. Now, let me know if there's any questions you may have. If you do, and I'll be more than happy to answer that. Now, this is going to be completely off script, so it is going to be a little bit different for me. But the only thing I have scripted is the rules, which I just read to you. And also, if you want to join the group that we're in, then definitely go ahead and type in /join space project 60. So go ahead and click that, and that will get you on over to us in the group. Now, at this point, we are going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully, more people will join as we go along. We're only 4 minutes in. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab the first quest. Now, as you can see here, I am not using any heirlooms. I've not purchased any extra bags. This is going to be straight up the way that you would start off if you was a brand new player in World of Warcraft Classic. Hopefully the volume's not too loud. If it is, let me know and I'll turn it down. Always be sure to use your map. If you're new to the game and you have any questions, be sure to pop them down in the live chat, or if you want to contact me off chat, be sure to go ahead and visit one of my videos, and feel free to go ahead and leave any questions that you may have. Okay, so we need to kill 6 bristleback invaders. Looks like the live stream help is doing great, so that's always a good thing. Now, if you noticed, and if you're used to the XP that you would get in Legion, you're in for a big surprise, obviously, because we're getting 40 and 45, no more than 45 it seems so far, but we are now level 2. Now, this particular live stream will go for 1 hour or until level 20, whichever one comes first. And then next week we will pick up from level 20 or whatever level we make it to in 1 hour and go forward. Be sure to go ahead and loot, because since we are starting out from the beginning and no real gold to speak of, you are going to need to gather gold and gear and so on. Okay, so open 4 cages. We'll go ahead and pop back live chat, see if there's anybody been popping in. Okay, so it appears we've got a few more viewers. Looks like one more. Okay, so here we go. Now, at this point in time, you could easily go up, open up the cages, and most likely you're not going to get attacked. But personally, if there's a one of these NPCs nearby that may attack or that I can get XP from, I always go ahead and attack them, go ahead and clear them up, and that way I can get another chunk of XP and level up a lot quicker. Okay, over here is going to be the next cage. Okay, I see 2 of them here in my sight. So, guys, tell me what are you looking forward to in Legion, or the ending of Legion and the beginning of Battle for Azeroth? Is there any particular or specific part of this that you're looking forward to? Okay, now my live stream health shows as bad, so I'm going to give it a little while longer and see if it improves. If are you experiencing any problems on your end? If you are, be sure to let me know. Okay, and the next quest we have here is go to Adana Thunderhorn to the southwest. Now remember, no using your mounts, so we are going to be running. Because for those of you who played back in World of Warcraft Vanilla, you know that we didn't get to use our mounts until we was level 40. So that's what we're going to do here too. Go ahead and pick up these two quests. And welcome. I see we have one more viewer just popped in. And welcome to the Project 60 live stream. We are going to be doing this without heirlooms, XP potions, mounts before 40, no Pandarians, no monks, demon hunters, death knights, no getting anyone to carry you. This is going to be as close to the original World of Warcraft leveling experience as we can possibly get at this point. Now, if you're wanting to join me, you can definitely go ahead and head on over to the server Blackhand, and on the Horde side, obviously, and go ahead and message me. The name is Shadow Warrior, SHADOW WARIOR, and if you're looking for a guild, I can go ahead and get you in this one. Also, if you have any questions, be sure to go ahead and pop that up in the chat, and I do check back for the chat occasionally. Be sure to say hi in the chat so we know who's joining us. Okay, now that we've got charge, this will go a lot faster. Be sure to loot. Don't forget that, because not only may you need your quest items, but you also need to gather some gold. Now, back in the day, back in World of Warcraft Classic, back in vanilla days, definitely gathering gold did take a lot longer to do than it does now. In Legion, we can obviously do pretty well anything we want and make thousands of gold a day. But back in the day, if you had 1,000 gold, you was rich, and you would have people, you know, messaging you wanting to borrow gold, and if you was lucky, they would actually pay back that gold. If not, you had to go out and make more. Repair tickets for the raids and dungeons was out of sight. We had a lot of repairs there, so definitely it was not inexpensive. Also, as you can see now, if you look at this mob here, he's yellow, so he's not a threat to me. He's neutral. But back in the day of vanilla or classic, whatever you want to call it, these guys was hostile. If you came in range of one and there was others in sight, they would all attack. So it was not as easy as it is now. I mean, obviously I'm walking right through these guys with no problem at all. So let's go ahead and run on over, turn these quests in. What time I'm doing that, I'll take a moment to check live chat. I see we now have 2 viewers. Great. And again, for those who are new, we are doing a Project 60. We will not be using heirlooms, XP potions, mounts before 40, no Pandarians, no Monk, no DK, no Demon Hunter, no carries. Definitely no carries from anyone out that's not level 60 or carries in general. Okay, we're here to do this as close to the way that we would have in vanilla. So no carries, no looking for group, no looking for raid, and as you can see, I'm running. I've got mounts. I've got the heirloom mount that I could easily use to get around, but I don't even have it keyed up, and there's a reason. I don't plan on using any mounts until I hit level 40. So let's go ahead and run on over here. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever about the Project 60 or about World of Warcraft or me in general, be sure to put it down in the comments or in the live chat, and I'll be sure to answer your questions as well as I can. The great part about killing all these pigs are they are closely together, so it does make killing them a lot easier. Now you can also do a little trick here that I like to do. I just got the trough done and killed several of the pigs. So Okay, so got that done. I need to kill one more pig. So, what do you guys like to do in the game? Are you do you prefer to be a healer, a DPS, tank? What is your preference? And be sure, if you don't mind, be sure to go ahead and share this live stream with your friends. Let them know that we are live, and we will be for some time. Now, also, if I'm buffering a lot, let me know. Let me know if I'm buffering. I see we have one more popped in. If you're new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. That way you are kept up to date, because I do put out videos Monday through Friday. This is my first attempted live stream since BlizzCon. And during the BlizzCon, I tried to do a live stream, and we had some issues, but those hopefully are behind us now. Now, as of right now, we do have a lot of running to do. We got to run all the way over here. For those of you that are new to the stream, we are doing a Project 60, which means no heirlooms, no XP potions, no mount of any type before level 40, no monk, no demon hunter, death knight, no getting anyone to carry you, and of course no looking for raid or looking for group. And if you do get into a dungeon, which obviously that's going to come in a little bit, when the dungeons do start and you do get into those, or you have need to get into those, no looking for raid or group, of course. And that means if you want to create a group, you're going to need to do so through the trade chat and general chat. Let people know what you're doing and try to get some help. But also, if you do get into a dungeon, you see someone advertising for a dungeon but you would like, you're going to need to run to that dungeon. So it is, and the great part about this is we are, okay, did I just drop chat? Or drop, okay, it appears that my live stream is still good. On my end, it shows that we went from having viewers to having no viewers. So that happens, I guess, and we'll go ahead and continue. Go over and turn in our quest. And this quest turn-in should get us to, or very close to, I should say, 5. And I did just get a private message from one of my viewers saying that going to level 20 and then level 40 or so each time we play, gaining 10 to 20 levels would be fantastic for them. If you're new to the stream, let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer long streams or short ones? Do you want to go 15, 20 levels, or do you just want to go 5 or 10 at a time? be sure to drop a comment into the live chat. Say hi. Okay, this is the one run that I've always despised about this, because it's the longest run. We've got to run all the way up to the top of this mountain. So, are you guys looking forward to the classic servers coming out? And when do you think they'll be coming out? If I had to take an educated guess, I would say that we should get 7.3.5 coming out in probably February or March. And if not sooner, Blizzard has been known to toss a few curveballs. But from there, I have a feeling we'll also see Battle for Azeroth coming out a lot sooner than we're thinking. So I would say we will get Battle for Azeroth probably June or July. And if I was a betting man, I would say that we'll get the classic server about 5 to 6 months later. So, and again, guys, you'll have to overlook me. This is my very first live stream. I am totally off script here. I don't have anything scripted. Just playing and enjoying, you know. And here's my thing. I don't want you guys to look at me as being someone who you come to, you watch, and, you know, I'm trying to preach to you and tell you what to do. You know, no, that's not what I want at all. I want you to look at me as one friend to another, somebody who's playing the game that you enjoy, and somebody that is here to help you if you need a helping hand. So let's go ahead and get this over here. Pick up all the quests, go knock them out. We are now level 5, so we are gaining. Now again, this live stream will go for 1 hour, at which time hopefully we'll be close to level 20 at least. If not, then be wherever we're at, where we'll pick up next week. Looks like we got another quest over here. Oh, and for those who are watching, be sure to experience the Winter Veil. I believe it started today, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check here in just a moment. Okay, Winter Veil begins today and will go through January 2nd. So be sure to get in on all that. You can get yourself some mounts or whatever, but obviously not on the characters we're using. Bundle of hides. We'll go ahead and do this one and then come back and pick up all, or knock all the other ones off. Again, be sure to tell all your friends about the live stream, and if you've not already, be sure to go ahead and give a subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. So, how long have you guys been playing? Have you been, when did you start? Myself, I started back in World of Warcraft Vanilla. I started back in, actually, just a week or less after the game came out. And it's kind of an interesting story how I got started. My younger brother, he was playing the game, and he wanted to go get something to eat. It was supper time, and he didn't want to turn the game off. And he told me if I could, to just move around, keep him alive, try not to die or anything of that nature. So about 45 minutes later, he comes back and he tells me, "Okay, you can get up now, and I'll take it." And I didn't want to. So the very next day, I went out, bought the game, been playing it ever since. How'd you guys get started on the game? Was it from by a friend? Did you hear about it from advertisement on the TV, on the internet? How did you get started? Okay, and it's also very important if you're a new player, because I'm assuming that we have players that will be watching this either now or in replay that are going to be new or wanting to just check it out and see what happened back in vanilla. But as you're playing, always be sure to turn in your quests. Don't let them get away from you and turn white or even green, because when they do, they're useless to you. Turning them in will get you very little, if any, experience. Personally, I try to do mine with a either orange or yellow quest. I try to do them as I get them. Okay, and we're 35 minutes into the live stream. Let me know what you guys think. Is this something you want to see more of, or not? As I said, this is something that I'm new to. And oddly enough, I've chosen to start my live stream, my Project 60, with a warrior. And a lot of you may, think, well, you did that just randomly. But in reality, the reason I picked a warrior, when I very first started playing, well, obviously, when I first started playing, just like many of you, I'm sure, I started out with playing a Night Elf, because Night Elves look cool. They have the ability to shadow meld and so on, and it was just something that I thought I would enjoy. I played a Night Elf to, I believe it was level 2 or 3. It was well before level 10. I never even made it to level 10, I don't think. And I went ahead and quit playing the Night Elf and started trying to experiment with the Horde, see what it was like, what they had to offer. And the very first one I created on the Horde side was the Tauren warrior named Shadow Warrior. And that's kind of the reason I went with this name as well. So I'm trying to get as much nostalgia as possible going. Now, if you would like to see me do this Project 60 with a different character once I get this one to 60, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. And I have even logged over to a brand new server, one I've never played before up until I started this character. I don't know about you guys, but also one thing that I definitely enjoy is a challenge, and playing a class that you've not played before, which does not apply here, but playing a server you've not tried before or whatever definitely does add challenge to it. Now we're up to 77 experience per kill. Now also, if you look here, we have the kudu bulls running around. Now, if we kill one of these, I don't remember them giving too much experience, but I believe, and I'm going to try it, I believe when I charge one, okay, used to be when I charged one, they would all attack, and you would pretty well die. I mean, you was pretty dead instantly. And, okay, I did have another one attack. But also I had a wolf attack, so let's see if we can come out of this alive. Okay, so that ended better than I thought it would. Now we're going to kill some of the birds. The swoop. Check out live chat. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. And also, one of my personal rules of engagement is if I'm running from one spot to the next, I get attacked by something, unless I'm in a time crunch and I have someone waiting on me, you know, I'm in a group and I've got people waiting. Unless that's the case, I am going to go ahead and kill whatever attacks. So let's go ahead and go over here and kill those swoop. And go ahead and key up the quest. Makes things a little easier. Now the only bad part is when back in the day when we was watching the or playing the game live back in 2004. Wow, don't seem so long ago, but it definitely is, I guess. But back in 2004 when we was playing, the game was so fresh. You never knew what was going to happen. And you could kill any little thing and have a possibility of a world drop. Now, for those of you that don't know what a world drop is, you know, maybe you've not played that long. A world drop is an epic or a rare item that can drop from anything in the world. Also, one thing that made it more interesting back in Classic was the fact that you had multiple people playing and leveling with you. You know, not with you, but in the same zone. And it was nothing, and it was not hard, not very rare to run. You see the mob that you're needing to kill and have someone else swoop in, you know, charge, or if it was a mage or a warlock, hit it with a spell from a distance, and you don't get the kill, because back in vanilla and so on, there was none of this shared tag. Okay, either you tagged it first and got the kill, or they tagged it first and you got nothing. Now, a lot of people have voiced, you know, why in the world would you want to go back to that? Why would you want to? Well, there's a very good reason. First of all, when I first started this game, it was in vanilla. That's what I'm used to, and to be honest, it's something I miss. I miss the challenge. You know, now we can pop on some heirlooms, pop a few potions, and I can have a character all the way to level 100 and ready to go into Legion within a few hours. Back in the day, that was not the case at all, because back then, if you wanted to level, it was going to take you some time. I remember vividly spending months, and I do mean solid months of playing, in order to get my character to level 60 back in the day. I also remember being, you know, seeing that people was a lot more helpful back then than they are now. Back then, if someone saw that you was getting attacked and possibly going to die, they would jump right in and help you. Nowadays, not so much. So we're looking for 4 more trophy swoop quills, and then we gotta go kill 15 pale mane gnolls. So I do want to definitely thank those of you that are with me through this and are understanding, because like I said, it's a lot of difference in going live off script, no bullet points or no script at all, and doing normal videos. If you do a normal video and you screw up or you say something wrong, you can, go back, re-record, or go back and edit. On live, you can't. So definitely it is something to get used to. Now, this is one of the most time-consuming parts of leveling, and definitely as far as your vanilla days go, it was one thing that took a very long time. Now, also, if you are going to be getting a profession, first of all, I'm not even going to pick a profession on this character while I do the Project 60, because there is a very big difference in professions now versus professions back in vanilla. In vanilla, you could do mining and you can make a nice chunk of change, but you did not get any experience from it. Now, if you're doing mining or herbalism, skinning even, you can get some nice XP from that, which is going to level you up. And in my way of looking at it, it would be almost the same thing as having an XP boost. Okay, we're getting closer. Only need 2 more swoop. And I do see at least one. Hopefully nobody will grab it before we do. There we go. And here is our final swoop. Let's hope he drops a feather. But the funny part is, I've come out and you'll experience this as we go, and killed something. And you're looking for the eye or the ear or whatever, and that the mob you're killing has 2 ears, 2 eyes, whatever it is you're looking for, and yet when you kill that mob, they drop none. So that is definitely one thing, but I don't miss from the classic or vanilla days. Go ahead and knock off 15 of these. Now also, if you see this mob up here, unless someone has looted it in the last few moments, there's usually a chest that's here, and you can get some little things out of it. It's nothing huge, but you can get some copper or some things you can sell for copper. Always a big help, the potions. Okay, now here I'm going to try a trick that I used to use back in, and he got it, back in vanilla. I can do it over here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so tag this guy, and then run over and tag another one. Now, if you're not sure that you can do this without dying, please don't do it and get killed and then get upset with me because I told you that this is something I used to do. And if you notice, these guys are pretty well, you know, all but instant respawns. And you can definitely kill a bunch of them very quickly. I'm already at 8 and I only need 15. Now, for those of you that are subscribers, first of all, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, be sure to tell your friends about the channel. That would be great. I would appreciate it a lot. And this is the kind of thing that this channel is about. Okay, I'm not here for me. I know a lot of people think that all the YouTubers are out for is their own agenda. They're there to make money. They're there to make videos that they want to make, and so on. Quite frankly, you don't make a ton of money doing YouTube, especially at the beginning. And in all honesty, I'm not here for me. I'm here for you, the viewer. If there's a video that you want to see and that I've not already got up, by all means, let me know. Send me a message. And if you cannot get a hold of me quickly enough, send me a message in a few different videos. And I will see it and I will reply as quick as I can. And I do not ever hesitate to go ahead and do a video that a viewer has requested. Okay, so we are level 6, and I'm fairly certain by the time we turn in these quests, we are going to be at the very least level 7 or 8. And we are currently 55 minutes into the stream, so we may not even make it to level 10 today. But we are going to give it a good try. Now, the great part about this is, if you noticed, some of these mobs are still red. They are definitely going to attack you when they see you. They're hostile. And that's the way it used to be back in vanilla. Everything was hostile. Nothing, and I do mean nothing except the NPCs you talk to, was not hostile. You know, everything was hostile. Well, except for critters, of course, and quite frankly, I don't ever count them, but, you know. So, looks like we got one more quest popped up and several to turn in. Let's go ahead and get the turn-ins done first, because I'm in high hopes that these turn-ins will get us quite a bit of experience. 450 on that one. Okay, we got the cleansing totem. And if you notice, the cleansing totem quest is going to give us almost, I think it was 625. 625 experience. And it's also going to give us a piece of gear. Those are the quests that I personally like the best. Because even if it's a piece of gear that we quite frankly don't need, you can always sell it, or at least try it on and see if it's something you would like as a transmog. Because nowadays, any gear you get, the instant that you get that gear, you're going to add it to your transmog tab. Now, if it's white or gray, it does not add. It would have to be green, or green, blue, purple, and I believe some of the orange. Not all, but some. And some of these quests are starting to give upwards of 1,000 experience, which is when the leveling process becomes a lot easier. Now, for those of you that don't know, this quest here, Ahab Wheat Hoof, there's a story goes behind this, and the story goes that a child who was doing the Make-A-Wish, he was dying of cancer. He contacted Blizzard. He wanted to go visit Blizzard Entertainment. Of course, he got to. And he wanted to be in the game, not just play the game or not just visit, but he wanted to be in the game. And they allowed him to create a quest. Create a NPC that would represent him. And this is it. This is the one. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I also heard that the voice that you hear is his. So, just a cool little tidbit. Okay, so we need tender strider meat. And we got the meat. Now let's go ahead and go over here. And there's the dog that we need. Now he does run away. He runs all over. And so you actually have to catch him, which is not very easy. when you're on foot and he's running as fast as he is. But the great part is he does circle back. So you can cut through and possibly catch him. Or also, if he's in earshot, you can whistle, he'll come to the food. Okay, so a nice little doggy dance. Okay, and guys, what we're going to try to do here is, I know that we had a rough start. We had a few moments there where things was buffering and we was having some pretty rough go of it. But what we're going to do as a way of making sure we got a good foot forward, right now I'm at level 7. Once I do these quests, I'll be at least level 9, if not 10. So we're going to go ahead and hit level 10 today, even if it is just a few moments past the 1 hour. Hopefully you guys can stick with me that long. I always liked the look of the underwater. It's very... Actually, it's very clear, very beautiful. Okay, now, even though the swoop is no longer one of the mobs we're after, they will still attack, just like the wolf will. So you might want to be cautious of that. And these small egg items here that we just now got, those will sell for very good gold on the auction house right now. Because during the winter bell, those items are in high demand. I believe it's used for a recipe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we need a flatland cougar, and here we are. Now, we're needing a bone from this flatland cougar, but just because we kill this cougar does not mean that we're automatically going to get the bone from the very first one. Would be nice, but as you see, it's not happening. So we will have to kill a few of those. Thankfully, it seems that the other person who was going through the zone and leveling has already moved on past this point. Okay, got the bone we needed. Oh, okay, we've been attacked by the rare here. Definitely we want to pay attention, try to get 1200 experience just for one kill. Now, if you notice here, guys, yes, I do have some gold on this character, and the only reason I have that gold is because I created the guild, so that all of you, if you want to join the guild, can come on over and join the guild. And nowadays you have to pay to get somebody to join the guild so that you can create it. Obviously, this would be a lot quicker if I was not having to worry about not using the mount, or if I was using my heirlooms. If I was using heirlooms, I could have already hit level 10 in roughly 35 minutes or less. Okay, 800 experience quickly. Now, also, one other thing that I did neglect to mention that I do want you guys to know, especially if you're new. Okay, always go to. First of all, you don't want to do it while you're in the in an area that you can get attacked, but you're always going to want to go and check out the items you got in your bag. Okay, if you are a leather wearer and the item that you're looking at in your bag, let's say it's cloth, but you don't have anything that's better, put it on. Don't worry about it. Put it on, because if it makes you stronger, then you can level quicker and get gear that does match what you need. So now we need to go over to the Winter Hoof Water Well. Check the live stream, make sure everything is still going strong, and it is. And I do want to thank each of you that are watching for joining us today. This is but the first live stream. Now, I may tweak the time, so it may not always be the same time every week. I do want to try to get it set to where we have more people be able to visit. And again, if you would and you are new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you're new to the chat, you're just now joining us, go ahead and drop a comment in the live chat. Let us know who we got. Another one of the great parts about being a Tauren, you can do the War Stomp, and at the very least, at this particular time in the game, when you're so low level, you can do some serious damage with the War Stomp, or at least daze them and allow yourself some time to, if you're wanting to get away, or whatever. Okay. Cleanse the well. I don't recall this particular quest, what I had to do. Play the drum to soothe the aggravated earth spirit. Okay, that's for a different quest. here we go. Okay, so we're going over to the Thunder Fury Talons quest, where we gather 8 of the Thunder Fury Talons, and I've always enjoyed killing those anyway. I remember back in the day when I was very new to the game, they didn't mind killing me any. So, I guess it's a little bit of revenge. Now, also, I did receive a message earlier today from one of you wanting to know, okay, here we go. We got a rare. Anytime you see a rare and you can, kill it. It's going to give you some good experience, and it's going to level you a lot quicker. Almost 1,000 experience, just a few moments, and it gave me a bag. So that's a win-win for me. But as I was saying, one of my viewers had contacted me earlier today, wanting to know if I could do a video of the progression, starting with and also doing one without the use of heirlooms, just doing a straight up video documentation of it. And I do have plans to do that. I will be starting that probably in the next week or so. Now tomorrow I will be going ahead and getting the video ready for Monday for you guys. But on Monday, with the exception of the video that I post, that I do tomorrow, I won't be doing anything on Monday, because Monday is my wife's birthday, and I do plan on spending as much time as possible with her. Now, thankfully, these Thunder Fury or Wind Fury Harpies, they do drop a very good amount of these talons. They're not as hard to get to drop the talons as some of the other items are. In fact, I believe, from the way it's appearing, that it looks like it's going to be at least a 100 or an 80% chance at the very least of it dropping off of each one. We now are at 5 of 8. And we need one more to finish this quest up. Okay guys, currently we are at level 8. We do have quite a few turn-ins to do, but I will be doing the turn-ins on the way to the final quest that we have. So, but if there's anything we can pick up, any other quests, because one thing that I have learned as I've played over the years, a lot of times you'll get a quest, and if you're not careful, the quest that takes you to the far end of that zone, if you don't go back in town before you make a trip to that part of the zone, it can be causing you more issues, because 9 times out of 10 when you go back to town, they're going to give you a follow-up quest to go back to that same area. So definitely well worth going back to town first. And also I want to see just how far the experience gets us now. Again, we will be stopping at level 10 today. Okay, and one of my favorite quests just popped. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here, do these 2 quests, run back down to town, and then over. By the time we've done that, we will be to level 10, and that will conclude this this live stream. As I said, anytime you can kill one of these guys. Okay, apparently that one did not give me any experience at all. So maybe it's just when they're in a pack that you get experience. I'm not positive, but we'll find out. So tell me, guys, what are you looking forward to the most in Battle for Azeroth? Myself, I'm looking forward to the pretty well all of it. I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to all of it. But the one part, though, that draws my attention the absolute most is the allied races. The allied races look like they're going to absolutely be fantastic. And it's going to be something that we have to work to unlock. You know, it's not going to be something that we just pop in, log in, automatically we have a new playable race or whatever. So that's going to be fantastic. It's going to give us more replayability of the game. Also, anytime you're going to a camp like this, be sure to scan around. Yes, you may end up pulling a couple of them like I just did. But be sure to scan these tents. Make sure that if there is any trunk, any chest in them, that you go ahead and open them. At this point, it may not give you like 1,000 gold or whatever, but hey, anything helps. Okay, so we're going up. And we've got... Apparently, this quest did not key up. There we go. Now I remember coming into this tunnel, into this mine, what have you. to kill him before, and he was a lot deeper than he is now. Now, once you get into the cave, here he stands. Used to be he was on the back end of the cave, way, way, way back in the cave. And you would end up having to kill 30, 40 of them in order to get to him, and just as many to get out. Okay, quest complete. I need one more worker. And I'll get him out here. There he is. Okay, so at this point in time, I kind of wish that we was using our mounts, because it's going to be a long walk. And also, anytime that something attacks, like I said before, kill it. If you think that you may aggro it, and that you may, by doing that, get attacked then, kill it. The more you kill, the quicker you're going to level up. And that was an extra 85 experience that I wouldn't have got if I had tried to just run away. So I got 5 quests to turn in, 1.5 levels to go. I have a feeling that these 5 quests are going to get me to the level that I need. But just in case, I do want to thank each and every one of you for coming by, for watching this in a playback, or if you're one of the ones that have been popping into the live, definitely I want to thank you as well. Keep an eye on the channel, because at least 1 to 2 days prior to my next live stream, I will release a video letting you know. $825 and 1,300 there. Okay, so these next quests are going to give us quite a bit. 625. Okay, so that's 1,630. 2630. 2680 to be exact, and we need okay, it may not level us at all. Also, if you're doing this on your own and you're not joining a guild that's going to be helping you out, one thing I would highly suggest is that you create your own guild. And the reason being, by creating your own guild, you have a spot that you can store things in. For example, if it was middle of summer, you know, obviously you're not going to want to fill your bank full of small egg. But you can definitely store it in your guild bank if you have a personal guild bank. Okay, so we are now level 9. We have a couple quests picked up. We have one more to turn in. Okay, so we are getting very close to finishing this up. The quest here that we do have left will give us 825 gold, or 825 experience. If it was 825 gold, we wouldn't mind, I'm sure. But 825 experience, and number 2, this one that's not queuing up. For some reason, I thought I had it set to where they auto-queued. That quest will give us also 825 gold. But so it's definitely not going to get us to level 10. Now here in just a few moments, hopefully we will hit level 10 very quickly. Also, I'm going to be doing a little video coming up in the very near future. Most likely, it may even be the one for Monday. If it is, I'm sure it's going to be one that you're going to be interested in, especially if you're interested in leveling. I'm going to show you the difference in leveling now, as we are today, with heirlooms, and the difference in leveling once we get the patch 7.3 leveling improvements going into effect. So what I'm going to do in that video is I'm going to level from 1 to 10 with heirlooms, and then I'm going to go on the PTR and I'm going to level to 10 without heirlooms and just using the new system. Now, if you're not sure about what I'm talking about with the new system, and you've maybe not heard anybody talk about it, the new leveling system is going to make it so that the world scales. So, like right now, this character, or my character, is level 9, and the mob that we're getting ready to kill is level 7. Let me go ahead and put on some of this gear. It don't seem like a big help, but trust me, it does help by putting on just little improvements. Just they don't have to be great big improvements in your gear. to help you out a lot. Okay, so we have 4 more cougar claws and 3 more stalker claws needed. Okay, now all we need are cougars. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I got a tickle in my throat for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so now we go back straight across. Go ahead and finish this one. And then we go ahead and go turn these in. Now it is possible with the kills, because we're also doing kills as we go, that the kills could factor in and go ahead and get us very close, if not make us level with these 2 quests. We can only hope. So we'll soon see. Considering that we're going from one end of the zone to the next, this is definitely a true representation of what we had to deal with back in vanilla, back in classic. Because if you wanted to get from one spot to the other, you didn't call a friend and say, "Hey, come take me over here with your 2-seater mount." Or you didn't mount up on your heirloom mount. Unless you was level 40, you hoofed it. And being that I am a Tauren, hoofing it is something common. Now also, if you've noticed, your aggro range. in the lower levels, man, you can't hardly do anything without getting aggro. It's unreal just how far the aggro range is for one mob. As you can see. Now, a lot of people, when they do this quest here for the first time, I know a friend of mine who tried to do it for the first time, and he thought in order to calm them, you killed them straight up. But you don't. That's one that I've calmed. Now, as you can see, they can turn evil. And then we do have to kill them. But you don't attack first off. Sorry about that. I'm going to grab a drink here. Okay, and hopefully this will be the final one, and we can go do some turn-ins. And it is. So, are you guys enjoying the live stream? If you are, be sure to let me know. Drop a like or a thumbs up, whatever. And if you've not already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and do that as well. It would definitely help me out a lot. And as they say, a subscribe helps more than a like. But if you don't feel that I've earned your subscribe yet, or your subscription, then definitely go ahead and give a like if you would. If you look from here to the town where we're going, it definitely is a pretty good run that we're making. Now, the great part is things have changed in one way that is pretty sad in a way. And that is that used to be at level 10, you could go ahead, pick your spec, pick your profession, go ahead, if you wanted to, go ahead and head on over to the dungeons. You know, level 10. No later than level 12, I believe it was, for a while. And then they changed it to where you have to be 15 to get into the dungeons if you're going to use the dungeon finder. But if you want, I mean, you can go ahead at level 12 and tell people, hey, you know, I'm looking to get into a group for, let's say, RFC, you know, Rage Fire Chasm. There are some people out there that'll go ahead and let you go with them at, you know, 10, 11, 12, whatever. But there are more people than not that will tell you straight up, until you can queue for the random, we're not taking you. So that's the sad part of it. Okay, so we will go ahead and replace our axe. If I can find where it went, there we go. And what time we're in town this time, we will go ahead and sell all of these items. Go ahead and get them out of our way. Okay, so we'll have to get rid of one item in order to pick up this totem. Let's go ahead and find us a vendor, not a trainer. Hopefully this one will buy us, so. And they are. Good. Now, definitely before you delete something, if it's not something you're sure that is safe to delete, make sure that you're not, you know, for example, these gloves or wrist. I can use them, and if I had deleted them, then that would have been a waste. Let me go ahead and get rid of everything else that I don't need. And here is a prime example. Wrist with a level 3 or level 4. So obviously we're going to go with the 4. Okay. So, where are we heading? Okay, so we're heading up here to the water well, the Thunder Fury water well. And this quest is going to give us 1,050, and we need 4,000 to level. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to kill everything we can get in our sight at the well, and anything that gets in our way between here and the well. Now, also, if you're new to the game, one other interesting piece of information: when you're starting out, even all the way up to 110, soon to be 120, if you are in the water, you can drown. Okay, obviously. But did you know that as a undead, a Forsaken, that you do not need to breathe? I mean, you don't have to worry about the water. So it definitely does help and comes into play. Let's see what these guys here give as far as XP. 43. That was 57. And also, in case you had noticed, I have all of my add-ons that I typically use in my other videos on my other characters. All of those are disabled. I don't want any unfair advantage, any advantage at all. I want this to be as much like the original leveling process as possible. I don't recall what's next in this quest line, but I believe it actually gives us a pretty good chunk. So I'm going to go ahead and go turn in this one. It's going to give us 1,050. That's going to bring us up to roughly, I'm going to say 70% of this level. And again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know this first video, or first live stream rather, is a rocky one. It's rocky for anybody who's starting out with the live stream. Okay, speak to someone here and see what they want us to do. Great part is, if it's the one I'm thinking it is, this is actually a very detailed quest, and it gives quite a bit of experience. Now, not just for walking over and speaking with them, you only get, what, 65? But from here on out, they do give quite a bit. Not as much as I thought, but again, this is just for drinking some water too, so. The great part about this is, as you run around, if you've never been to the, for example, the Golden Plains where this guy's taking us now, if you've never been, when you go through, you're going to get some experience. So it's going to help out. So let me know, guys. What do you think? Do you want a leveling experience with heirlooms and without? Do you want to see me do those in comparison, and also do a power level from 1 to 110 in the quickest possible time? Or what do you guys want to see as far as the leveling goes? Okay, here we go, guys. This will definitely get us here, because each one of these are going to give us 1,000 points, well, 1,550 points of experience. And there's 4 quests here that are very, very, very close together. So we're going to go ahead and queue all of these up. Okay, almost forgot him. We're going to go ahead and queue all of these up, complete them, come back, turn it in, and we will be, I'm willing to say we'll probably be about level 11. If not, I know we'll at least hit level 10. Okay, now these claws and the teeth are a bit of a pain to get at times. So some of them will not drop them, and others will drop them in like record time. As you see, we just done 2 kills and not a single tooth or claw. Now, if you notice, I made a mistake when I went to town, and it's definitely costing me some aggravation now. And that is that I sold my one-hand or two-handed weapon. Okay, the one-handed is definitely good if you're a tank spec or whatever, but for the process of what we're doing, it is not good for us. So I did kind of screw up there. Now, if I do end up going back to town, I can always buy that back from the vendor. Great part is it does not have to be the same vendor, which is fantastic. I'm just not certain if the little hub where we're at now is even does it even have a vendor. Now I could easily pop up my Traveler's Tundra mount and rebuy the two-handed, but I'm not going to do that. I will not. I'm not going to cheat because I don't want you guys to. So we're going to run over here and hope and pray that there is a vendor here. If there is, we're in luck. If not, we're going to be using a one-handed for a while. And it looks like we'll be using a one-handed axe for a while. And wow, I do want to thank you guys for sticking with me again. You've stuck with me from the beginning pretty well all the way. Now, again, if you've not already, please be sure to say something in the chat. Let me know who you are. Let me know who I've got here, but sticking it out with me, and we'll go from there. A lot of times these mobs can be a pain to find, but as you see, just killing them, and I've not even got close to a turn in yet. But just killing the mobs that we need for the quest, and I'm almost ready to ding 10. Now once I hit 10, again I will go back to town, and that's where we will stay, get rested experience until next time we get started. And I know that in Legion, if you want to go back to town, you can. A lot of people do. They go back to town. They get their provisions ready for the next day. But in all honesty, in Legion, you don't really need to as far as an experience boost. Currently, we are 2 bars away from getting this level 10 cap for the day. Let's go ahead and check, see what we need here. We need 2 more flatland cougars. But we are going to go over here, turn this in, and I believe it's going to, yes, it will. So this is going to be the last one for the day. We are now level 10. I do want to thank you guys for stopping in, for being here with us. Now, it did take us 2 hours and 1 minute, 50 seconds to reach level 10. But that was the great part about World of Warcraft back in the day. You may not level quickly, but you definitely did enjoy it a lot more. So definitely I do appreciate your stopping by, and hopefully I'll see you next time, because I'm here for you guys and here to make sure you enjoy it. But for now, thank you. Be sure to give a thumbs up down below if you're watching the video on playback. And also, be sure to subscribe if you've not already. And have a great day.